What just happened?
Rained a lot.
And?
Sorry, I don't mean to laugh. We just got done putting all the foam down.
And now it's a swimming pool. This is our house that we're building. I don't mean hiring a builder, I mean literally building everything ourselves. And this is the concrete video. A lot didn't go as planned, and some crazy things happened along the way. So stay to the end, guys. This is going to be an awesome video. I want you to see what it looks like when we're finally done. Good morning, guys. Right there's the moon. Because it's 3 in the morning, and I can't sleep because today we're pouring the floor for our house. It's a slab on grade house, so this is our floor. We don't have a wood subfloor like 99% of the people watching. It doesn't have to be visually appealing because we're going to tile or hardwood everything. We just have to get this floor flat. I didn't video too much on the prep work. I will explain it all in this video though, just because we were rushing like crazy to get all of this in before the rain. It's been a battle of doing a little bit of work, covering it up for the rain. And with the one storm where the foam floated up and we had to vacuum, that was pretty terrible. So I'm just so thankful we made it to this point and we can get the concrete on the ground and poured. This is the in-floor radiant heat. This is 1/2-inch PEX with an oxygen barrier. That way you can bury it underneath the concrete. We went with 2 3/8 foam on the outside. That way it gives us an R10 and just 2-inch in the inside. It's like an R8 or something. It's good enough. We decided to go with 9-inch spacing for the PEX because it makes it a lot more efficient. This was a ton of PEX and a lot of staples. I think Chelsea put in 4,000 staples. So we put down a 15 mil vapor barrier. This stops radon and any vapors from coming up through the floor and causing any moisture issues on the underside of our flooring, and more importantly for me, radon coming up through, which is a huge cause of lung cancer in the US. We got it totally sealed to the outside, and then we took cans of spray foam. We sealed along any of the edges where there were any gaps. We leave all of our stuff pressurized. That way if you're pouring concrete and you hit it or it breaks, it will literally blow like a geyser up, and you can, it's a pain in the butt, but you can take it all out, patch it quick before the concrete gets hard, and it's sealed in there forever. We have some conduits here to feed water lines and electrical to the island. We have a floor plug here. Put this in there, that way we don't have an extension cord running across the room, because that's kind of where I draw the line on redneck. This was a monster, but I'm so pumped with how it turned out, so this is pretty satisfying to look at. This house is 3 zones, so that basically means we cut the house into 3 sections and we can adjust the temperature separately. And we pressure tested both the supply lines and the in-floor heat, and they're both still at full pressure, which is awesome. So we're gonna leave those for the pour. This is gonna be a flat floor, I'm here to tell you. Dumping it out and got it both loaded. Now it's time to start troweling. Gonna have the guys hitting edges and penetrations while I start smoothing it out with the trowel machine. Overall, I think we did a pretty good job getting it laid down. That's a lot of mud right there. not the most beautiful, but I wasn't going for it. I was going for flat. I think this might be my flattest floor ever. We'll have to see when we chalk lines, but it is beautiful. I'm gonna start wetting it down and then get it covered with biscuit. Alrighty, it's been about 3 hours, and I'm gonna cut this. I don't really care what it looks like. Sometimes when you cut too early, the top peels off, but again, everything's getting covered. I'd rather establish the cracks early. The only thing is there's in-floor heat in this. And if we cut through a tube, it is not good. So we're gonna check the pressure gauge before. We are at 38 PSI, and our supply line's 24. So, hope and pray that by the time I'm done cutting, that we're still at those numbers, because I don't know what I would do if I cut through these lines. It's not good. Wish me luck. We're good. We made it. Everything went fine. It actually, if you're a concrete guy, you can see that. It's pretty amazing how little chipping after 3 hours. So the point of these saw cuts, all concrete cracks, and we want it to crack straight and control where it cracks. So that's why we cut these lines in here. It weakens the concrete actually, and if it is going to crack, it will crack in these saw cuts. We had full industrial fiber and we had rebar, so I really don't think it will crack, especially since we're wet curing it. But this is just to hedge our bet, because we don't want it to crack and separate and mess up the tiling or the hardwood. So gonna get this wet down again and covered back up for a couple days. Oh, finally got the plastic off, guys. It looks awesome. We're gonna wait till the next video to show you the final result. It's still curing, so it doesn't look the best on camera, but we're so happy to get the foundation done. You know, the whole thing hasn't gone quite as planned. The footings were off to a rough start. Click right here if you guys haven't watched. I tried to pour them all myself. I got them in, but it was an absolute nightmare. But now we are ready to start framing. So if you guys are ready to watch the walls come up and see this thing come together, please subscribe below, guys. This house is about to really take shape, and we want you to join us here on the Rathburn Ranch. We'll see you next time.